Audio Jungle.
3 of 6 charged in Spanish Town kidnapping offered $500,000 bail. 3 of the 6 persons charged in relation to the kidnapping of businessman in Stallspen, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, were yesterday each granted $500,000 bail. Those offered bail are Damien Ferguson, Joan Burrell, and a 17-year-old schoolboy. Ferguson was offered bail due to his health, and the teen was given bail because he had school examinations. The schoolboy was ordered to stay away from Stallspen over the duration of the case. The other co-accused in the case, Norman Davis, Andrew Williams, and Ricardo Henry, were remanded. All 6 are facing several charges including conspiracy to kidnap, demanding by menace, unauthorized possession of ammunition, possession of a prohibited weapon, unlawful wounding, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. They are all to appear in the gun court on January 26. Allegations are that on December 28 last year, the accused beat and assaulted the businessman after accusing him of being a thief. He was allegedly kidnapped, and a demand of $100,000 was made for his release. The police conducted an operation during which a man was fatally shot. The complainant was rescued by police. An investigation was launched which resulted in the arrest and subsequent charge of 6 accused. 39 rounds of ammunition seized in abandoned building in Kingston. A police military team on Tuesday seized 39 rounds of ammunition in an abandoned building on Regent Street in Kingston. The police say the team conducted an operation at a premises in the area about 2:30 p.m. During the search, the ammunition was found in an abandoned building wrapped in a cloth bag. No one was arrested. Investigations are ongoing. Police uncover illegal cooking gas operation in Portmore. Members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch CTOC on Wednesday smashed what is believed to be a major illegal cooking gas operation in Portmore, St. Catherine. The cops raided premises in Christian Penn and seized more than 300 illegal liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) cylinders, supposedly from different distributors. At this time, we have no documentation to prove that they are legitimate distributors. This area that they are operating in is required to be licensed by the Bureau of Standards and other agencies. We have not seen any documentation, so at this time the investigation are ongoing. Senior Superintendent Hope Nicholson, head of the operations for the St. Catherine South Police, told reporters. He said the police are searching for the operators of the facility, as no one was seen at the premises Wednesday. 2 siblings charged with murder offered bail. The 2 Trelawney siblings charged with last month's murder of 59-year-old fisherman David Brown were offered bail in the sum of $300,000 each when they made their first appearance in the Trelawney Parish Court on Wednesday. The accused are Brown's wife, 56-year-old babysitter Sylvia Brown, and her brother, 60-year-old gardener Lester George Montague, both of Wakefield Trelawney addresses. They are both represented by attorney at law Henry McCurdy. The 2 were booked to return to court on Tuesday, March 12, by Parish Court Judge Ruth Lawrence. The court heard that the postmortem and forensics report were not ready. On Saturday, December 30, 2023, David Brown's lifeless body was found in bushes close to the matrimonial home he and his wife shared in Wakefield. His body, which had multiple wounds, was wrapped in a white bed sheet. It was discovered on a sheet of zinc close to the couple's house. The police said the night before Brown was engaged in a domestic dispute, threats were allegedly made during the fracas, and Montague Brown reported the incident to the police. Cops visited the couple's home in an effort to quell the disturbance. However, sometime after 7 on Saturday morning, the police were again contacted by residents who reportedly heard a commotion coming from the couple's house. The brother and sister were subsequently arrested and charged for the killing. 2 men robbed on compound of Portmore Municipal Corporation. The St. Catherine South Police are proving an incident in which armed robbers invaded the compound of the Portmore Municipal Corporation and stole approximately $800,000 from 2 men who went to conduct business. Reporters were informed that one of the victims, a visitor to the island, went to the municipal corporation to pay for a permit for an event for his late wife. The man was reportedly robbed of more than $700,000 in cash. The other victim was also robbed of $100,000. Reporters were informed that the mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, was not on the compound at the time of the robbery. The victims were not harmed. DPP makes ruling in case against NWC President Mark Barnett and his wife. The Office of Director of Public Prosecutions has issued a ruling in the case in which National Water Commission NWC President Mark Barnett and his wife have been slapped over their apartment complex allegedly built in breach of permits. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn said the decision has been communicated to the Integrity Commission, the anti-corruption agency, which investigated allegations of irregularities in the approval processes for the complex on Chalmont Drive in St. Andrew. Our assessment of the materials sent to us has been completed by my team and myself, and we have sent a very detailed ruling, she told reporters on Wednesday. She said the ruling was copied to the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development and the National Environment and Planning Agency. Barnett was placed on administrative leave by the NWC board on October 13 last year following the Integrity Commission's report. This report labeled his action as egregious. Opposition spokesman points to misuse of government resources as contributing factor to Jamaica being unable to keep murder rate down. Opposition spokesman Peter Bunting points to misuse of government resources as contributing factors to Jamaica being unable to keep murder rate down. Newly appointed opposition spokesperson on citizen security and productivity, Peter Bunting has again pointed to how government resources are used as a contributing factor to Jamaica being unable to keep the murder rate down. Statistics from the JCF indicate that 1,511 persons were murdered as at the end of 2022. Preliminary reports from last year indicated that 1,393 persons were killed. Senator Bunting said despite the reduction between 2023 and 2022, the figures are still too high. He said the JLP administration continues to misallocate fiscal and human resources needed to tackle crime and violence.
The end of the year around 1,400 murders, and by the time it's finalized, it could be more than that, because my understanding is there's still about 100 deaths that have yet to be determined by autopsy and other forensic investigation. So when you look at all the additional resources, the thousands of extra soldiers and police that have been hired under this administration with the increased fiscal space, but having got these resources, we're still not seeing the benefit of it. What that means is they're being misallocated. They're not being used effectively. And there's a number of reasons for that. And it suggests that too many of JCF's personnel are in these central formations, which have not proved effective. Criminals are constantly adapting. So law enforcement has to constantly be upgrading, staying one step ahead.
Witness gives version of events on night of Reggae Girl's murder. A prosecution witness on Tuesday said she had no memory of 22-year-old Rochelle Foster, who is being tried for the 2019 murder of national senior women's footballer Tarania Plum Plum Clark, telling the police in the aftermath of that incident that she and Clark had argued about a 3-week-old incident and that they had been lovers. According to the police, Foster and Clark were in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew, at Limelight Plaza about 8:50 p.m. on October 31, 2019, when they had a dispute over a cellular phone, during which Clark was fatally stabbed. The witness, a justice of the peace, in being questioned by attorney Courtney Day during the trial now underway in the Home Circuit Division of the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston, said she had met with Foster at Halfway Tree Police Station after the incident. She said she was told by cops that Foster was a suspect in the murder and spoke to her to ensure that she was not coerced into giving her statement and that she knew her rights. Whilst you were in the room with her, did you hear her tell the police that she and Tarania used to be in a relationship? Rowe asked the witness. I don't remember, the witness replied. Asked whether she recalled hearing his client tell the police, Tarania is more masculine than I, the wide-eyed witness must know, while shaking her head. On the further questioning by Rowe as to whether or not she had heard her client tell cops that she, Foster, was the one to invite Clark to the plaza and that Foster was the one to go up to her and begin fighting her, the witness said no. She further told the court that she had no recollection of Foster telling the police, Tarania bought me in my head. The witness further rejected suggestions by Rowe that his client had been distraught and in tears while giving her statement in the police about the incident, to the point where she had to be given a brief reprise. She, however, said she recalled Foster telling the cops that she was the one to run to the station and beg for help for her friend, and that she told cops if she gets stabbed, it was an accident. A second JP, who took the stand Tuesday afternoon, also refuted suggestion by Rowe that his client was overcome with grief when telling cops about the incident. She was not crying, no time at all, no sir, not a tear, the witness said emphatically. The testimony of the two JPs followed that of an eyewitness on Monday, who told the court that on the evening in question, there was an argument between Clark and the accused, and that Foster had accused Clark of deliberately ignoring her calls. The witness said Clark responded by saying her phone was acting up and that other individuals were also experiencing difficulties contacting her. It was after that, the witness said, that the argument got physical. On Tuesday, Foster, fully clad in black, was observed rubbing her midsection of several minutes while listening to the exchange between her attorney and the witness. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.